All right, good Wednesday afternoon, evening, everyone. Your first alert weather team here, Chief Meteorologist Veronica Johnson, just wanting to give everybody an update on what's coming our way over the next 24 hours, really. We've been telling you about a very impactful storm that was going to be headed our way for midweek, end of the week, and some of the items that it was going to bring, from heavy rain to gusty winds, even a couple of rumbles of thunder, more importantly, the falling temperatures. So don't be fooled. The comfort that we had this morning, despite the rain, that's about ready to change. And of course, we've got meteorologist Jordan Evans here and meteorologist Mark Pena, who have been in early this morning looking at some of the latest models and guidance. And guys, the temperatures are about ready to bottom out. Yeah?
Yeah, during my noon show, we were already seeing the leading edge of that front pushing into portions of the I-81 corridor. So it's within the matter of an hour or so where we will start to see those temperatures drop, and they're gonna. And you'll know when the front pushes through your area. We've been so soupy and warm all day, with temperatures actually warming overnight as opposed to falling like they typically do because of the warm air moving in ahead of the system. But yeah, that's going to come crashing down as we head towards tonight. Easily about a 20 to 30 degree drop in temperatures by this time we head to tomorrow morning, with wind chills making it feel even colder than that.
And Jordan, you've been looking at some of the wind gusts. What have we maxed out so far today, and what's coming our way for later this evening? Maybe dropping off a little bit here, but still probably some flight delays, right?
Yeah, I mean, winds will continue to pick up behind this front. It's the post-frontal winds, gusting around 35 to 40. So, I mean, not the strongest that we've seen, but enough to cause some issues out there. Airport delays, high-profile vehicles. I've just heard from WTOP. They've already got closures on the Bay Bridge for the big trucks because of the wind gusts. So, again, once this front moves out of here, the storm system pulls away, winds will come down. And really, by tonight, the big focus will be the chilly air that Mark talked about.
Exactly. And hey, it's, at least it's liquid and not snow. But I know the National Weather Service did tweet out today. It's been 9 years since our last major snowstorm around here. So at least it is just that liquid for us. What about the chance, Mark, of seeing any flurries, at least on the back end of this, up around Hagerstown or Frederick,
Yeah.
Maryland?
Yeah, it's definitely not out of the question. Some of our forecast models have been hinting at some wet snowflakes, mainly along Highway 50 to the west, some of the western suburbs, areas like Loudoun County, and along the I-81 corridor. Not expecting much in the way of any accumulation, as the ground is just too warm. But that said, as we head towards tomorrow morning, some of the ponding that we're seeing on the roads, most of that should dry out with the gusty winds that come in behind the system. But you'll want to be careful on the roads tomorrow, especially some of the elevated roads, as some of that might have the potential to glaze over into a thin layer of ice, depending on how fast some of these temperatures drop, especially to the west. Not really too concerned with it here in the metro, but some of those elevated wind or elevated roads where temperatures go below freezing faster, and some of the liquid precip that doesn't evaporate, we could see some potential slippery conditions out there. But overall, this is mainly just a rain event, as we've been talking about, and a healthy rain event at that. We've been in drought conditions for months now, so this is exactly what we need.
Right. And Jordan, still some moderately dry conditions around here. What have some of the rainfall amounts been, and how much more do you see us getting based on kind of that last line that will come through later this afternoon, early evening?
Yeah, radar's estimating about half an inch to almost an inch now in a few spots. The official totals continue to update, and I would not be surprised if it's 1 to 1.5. There could be a couple of 2-inch areas, especially east of Highway 15 or 95, excuse me, Interstate 95. A little more moisture out there. And really, this entire setup, Veronica, it's almost like an East Coast atmospheric river as it goes all the way up to New England. So I think the heavier rain totals are going to be Delmarva, New Jersey, which is good for New Jersey with the extreme drought there. But for us, definitely good soaking rain.
Mm-hmm. And two other things. There was some, talk earlier. We were looking at some of the pressure drops with this thing. What have some of the 24-hour pressure drops have been? Does this thing get anywhere close to being classified as a bomb cyclone with what we've seen?
Not to my knowledge. I know that the pressure has been dropping, but not at a rate that would classify it as bombogenesis, which is 24 millibars in 24 hours. I haven't seen it though personally. Jordan, have you noticed?
Or what we're looking at, as it heads up into New England, the wind up there is going to be
Oh
a
yeah,
more wild than here for spots like Boston and New Hampshire and Vermont, for sure this evening.
yeah, that's possible. But unfortunately, not to my knowledge at this point. I didn't necessarily look at the setup up there, but I know the winds are really going to be more intense along the Cape in Massachusetts, up towards New England, where they've got wind gusts 50 to 60 mile per hour in their forecast, as opposed to about 30 to 40 here in town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jordan, thanks for putting that up. So our wind's probably easing after what, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock tonight?
Yeah,
Yes.
winds are coming down. They'll stay breezy, and of course, that's going to add to the wind chill factor. So we'll just show you the wind chills going now. Really, the North American model, I think, has been doing the best with the cold air, as it's been already showing that big contrast with Loudoun County feeling like the 40s, and we're still in the 60s here across the district and Prince George's County. So here's the wind chill forecast by 6 o'clock, 30s. So, I mean, we're waking up feeling like spring, and it's going to feel like winter leaving work today.
Yeah, two season day for sure. I mean, so dramatic. And this is, of course, what the First Alert Weather Team has tried to get everyone ahead of, that this was going to be a weather maker that you were going to notice throughout today, from the wet weather, the gusty weather, the cold weather that was rushing in. And of course, by tomorrow morning, again, those wind chills in the teens and 20s across the area. And then a couple of dry days coming our way. I mean, it's not looking too bad for Friday. Just continued cold, and this upcoming weekend we'll see our temperatures close to seasonable, but with your best bet of I think sunshine throughout the first half of Saturday. By the time we get to the afternoon, Saturday afternoon, maybe turning mostly cloudy with the next rain event coming up Sunday. And right now, Sunday, guys, I'm just stepping in, getting off of a wet drive, but still on and off shower starting early Sunday and going through the day.
Yeah, it was looking like beginning halfway through your Sunday, showers begin to uptick with our next weather maker moving on through. And the Euro model pretty much showing another soggy day for Monday, everything clearing out by Tuesday. Not so much of a cold air event like we're seeing with this one, just another good chance for some soaking rains to start next week. With the wind was looking pretty typical, what you'd see behind a cold front, not as strong as this one. And again, without too much cold air, mainly just another East Coast rainstorm that will bring us some more beneficial rains. It's unfortunate though, because we were so dry for so long. So of course we're getting all of our rain whenever a lot of people are hitting the roads and the airports and everything. But at this point, as long as it's not severe, this is a welcome sight.
All right. Well, that is it in a nutshell. Keep track of the cold air, guys, that are that's set to come in. I'm Chief Meteorologist Veronica Johnson with meteorologist Jordan Evans and Mark Pena. Thanks for staying with your First Alert Weather Team. Stay warm out there now.